Tjena.
Mitt bena.
We forgot to close the door. I'm going to put it right here so I can see it.
Did we actually forget?
Forget? But no one's here.
I thought we chose to.
Chose to. Yeah.
Chode.
Farts.
Chode to.
Girth.
Girth.
The girth of my son.
Party on, Girth.
Garth Brooks. And we're back. The Scheduled Heroes back in studio since last week, or
Kind
last
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The last of the last of the last.
Last low.
Is Low Bane. Nice.
Sorry, it's too far away.
It's not even loud enough.
No.
God damn it. God damn it.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be a fine.
Sure.
Sure.
So, so last week we didn't have an episode because someone's going through a thing.
Yeah.
And that someone is me.
And me.
And you, yes. That is actually yes.
That someone is we.
Yeah, that is fucking the truth.
Yeah.
Fucking the truth.
Fucking the truth. Which is all we do.
All we do.
All day.
Started up so bad. But yeah.
You wish we didn't start out.
Yeah. So last week we did record, or I did record an episode with Maddie.
Because I was out of the game.
Yeah. And that episode got a bit too personal, too deep, and
not ready for that.
I listened to it, and it was just too close to home. And it's not just about me, so decided not to make that one, or not to publish that one right now.
Yeah.
Might release it.
And I really think that's a good idea too.
Yeah,
I was questioning the whole idea of you talking that deeply about it.
Yeah, and that wasn't the plan, but I think I was in a dark place and I needed to talk about it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Maddie.
Yeah.
And sorry, Maddie.
And thank you, Maddie, for covering for me as well.
And then not using it. Also, thank you.
Yeah. I'm sure he had a great time.
Yeah. So to just like, jokes aside, to make I'm getting a divorce, and
it is what it is.
It is what it is, and I need to talk to a friend apparently, and
you need to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah. And I don't want to put my wife in any. I don't want to like shine light on her right now, to protect her in all of this and give away too much, but just to keep things a bit private in that sense. Yeah. I decided not to publish that episode because I don't think it's going to do anyone any good.
That's the thing. Like with this podcast, we're always overly
sharing
with everything. Like we're so honest about everything in our lives that, of course, it feels natural to talk about it and to deep dive into it. The thing is,
and I would if it didn't affect.
That's the thing.
Other people,
because this is a little bit bigger than our normal tragic lives. Yeah. So yes, I think.
So to protect the people we love, we don't share that.
Yes, and I feel for you, and of course I'm here listening to all your fucking darkness all the time, and it's super sad. But it's also like, it's all for a good thing. Like at the end of the road, it's still, you need to be happy to make other people happy, and kind of that's the whole thing.
That is like, without diving into it, that is basically why I made this decision.
Yeah, which I think most people that have gone through any type of breakup really understands. Yeah, this is just a little bit more horrible because kids, and it's such a long time. So yes, and like I was there from day one, so of course I do feel personally affected by this as well. So it's brought me to a dark place and made me think about a lot of things.
Which feels terrible as well.
Yeah. But I mean, it should, otherwise you'd be a psychopath. So, and then I'm dealing with all my bag of issues with the newborn and also moving, and like there's so much happening in my life.
Stuff.
a lot of new stuff. Literally everything. My whole life, or my old life, is gone.
Yeah.
Very much. So, and I think with the move that is up and coming, it's going to be erased from existence, and that's how it feels.
Yeah, and that's the difference between like feelings and reality are not always,
No, exactly.
like they don't go hand in hand.
And I'm juggling being extremely happy with crashing down to the deepest depths of depression, and it's such a weird thing. And so that's why I wasn't here last Monday, because I woke up and everything was spinning. Like I actually thought I had a concussion or something like that, and I couldn't move. So at first I was still gonna go do the podcast, but then I fucking couldn't move. I was like, everything was spinning, and it was literally my body just said, you need to chill the fuck out. Just lie down in bed all day today. So I had to diss you.
Yeah, and I fucked it up all by myself. Don't worry about it. And Matthias.
Yeah, I had full faith that you would. So
Yay, someone believes in me.
Yay.
Yeah, so it is like, we joke about it because that's how we cope, but it's been a ride.
Yeah.
It's been oof.
And the fact that we always manage to coincide or
go fuck up.
Yeah, like our lives are just always side by side going through some fucking shit.
Yeah,
like we can never do one thing at a time.
Nope.
No,
that's not how things work. And that's maybe something that I want to touch upon this episode as well, is that there is no good time for anything.
Yeah,
and I feel like I've been working towards trying to get to that right place, or just that doesn't exist.
Yeah, what is the
right place? What is the right time? When will I have done something enough for it to bear fruit? You know what I mean? Like, you keep doing the same thing and expect different results. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. And I feel like I've been living in it.
Yeah.
And now I just stepped off the hamster wheel and just like took a good look at life and just realized like I don't feel happy like as I should.
Yeah.
And I just decided to take control and, and figure some shit out. And I did. And the price was high.
Yeah.
But I feel deep down that I've made the right choice in all of this. And although I've never had anxiety like this, the decision to break up and, like
move on.
To kind of, feels right. And I've done everything that I can now to give the kids, as normal of a life, because, me and my wife, like, we don't fight. We don't do any of that. But trying to make this as clean as a breakup can possibly be.
Yeah.
And I think we've succeeded, like the kids, like talking to them about it and everything. It feels like they understand as much as kids will understand.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they're going to realize further along the line, probably. I mean, that's inevitable.
Yeah, and we keep talking about it in a sense where we don't like nag about it, but we bring it up every now and then. Like, do you still feel comfortable with this decision? Like, does it feel okay? Like, we involve them. Like for the apartment now, I'm like, oh, let's go check it out together and see like where we can put
normalize it too. Yeah.
Yes, so that the transition, like me and Maria are having a hard time, but we are. As far as the kids know, like we're presenting it, like together. Like we're trying to sort of give them like, oh, and then you can be at dad's place and then, like we'll celebrate Christmas and stuff. Cause that's, we talked about it and we're going to do all that together,
Yeah.
Cause I want to be with the kids during Christmas and she wants to be with the kids. Like we don't want to separate them for.
And that's all the stuff that comes after you've made a big decision that you start like, oh, fuck.
Many things that you have to take care of. Like, and that makes it harder.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But I think me moving to my own place and then finding a way, with Maria to kind of like make this work, I think eventually it'll feel good.
Yeah.
But right now it's all just chaotic, feelings and everything. So
yeah, I mean it's still super fresh. It's still going on.
It is still going on.
So of course it's gonna be like, well, a long time before you actually kind of feel like it's going smoothly again. I think.
Yeah. No. So do I. Like,
like you need to be ready for that. Just like there is no easy way to do this.
No, there is no easy way, and that's the decision. That's why I made the decision. I was like, there is no right time for this.
No.
Like then the kids will have that, and then it's this thing, and then they're this, and then they're that, and we are, like this, and like I'm just like there is no right time. Yeah. Like I could try to kind of foresee everything, and still I would find reasons not to do this, except that I would be sad. Like I would get like more sad. More sad, yeah. I wouldn't I don't want to pretend life. I want to be happy. I want to be when I'm with my kids, I don't want to think about my happiness. I just want to be there and just enjoy the moment. Yeah. Like I don't want to compromise how I don't want to fake anything. I just want to be me as much as I can be me. Yeah. And and hopefully my sort of like joy at life will reflect on others as well. Like
yeah. So Dawson's Creek,
yeah.
I don't want to wait for my life to be over. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Alan Pacey.
I don't. Yeah, I never saw the show. Really? No.
I don't remember any voices or anything.
Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So no, and it sucks, and I am super bummed out for you and the family, of course. But I'm also always on your side. You know that, even though I do question a lot of things, and I just want to know, like, are you sure about everything? So, but as long as you feel good about it, that's the only important thing, and
that's been the only constant.
And like I said, like this is one of the most egocentric things that you can do as a person, but it needs to happen to make everybody else feel good in the long run.
In the long run, yeah.
Because otherwise you're just going to get more and more depressed, dig deeper into that shit.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be too late to kind of get out of it.
And I don't want to get bitter. I don't want to start disliking, my wife. Or life. Or anything. Or be bitter.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get that deep that I can't get out. Like, like I started like realizing, and just a few weeks ago, and then once I made the decision, like things moved really fast.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, you get on that roller coaster and it's going up the chuk, and then all of a sudden, like you're strapped in. You're not, where are you gonna go?
Yeah,
you're on the ride. You just gotta go.
Yeah, and it's been an experience to say the least.
Yeah,
like thinking back to other breakups, I didn't care. Like but this person like. My wife hasn't done anything wrong.
I think that is
what hurts the most.
Like she's a genuinely great person and fantastic mother and all of it.
In all of the ways like that count.
Exactly.
And this is something about me and how I want to live the rest of my life to be happy. And I just decided to, not finish the ride.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, are you gonna wait until like retirement or?
But that's the thing. Like, no. I'm not. I don't play that game.
That's again, like you said. Once you've reached that decision, there is no going back.
There is no going back. Yeah.
You've gone through that door, and it's locked now.
Yeah.
So it's just write it out.
Yeah.
And it's still good to hear that everybody's taking it fairly.
Oh yeah,
decently.
Everyone's been super nice about it, so I'm super happy.
And like I said, I mean, we do still understand where you're coming from. It's just that it was so spontaneous for everybody.
Else,
that we're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Really? Like what?
Yeah.
So again, I'm like in my head, this is just one of your, midlife crisis things. Like you're almost 40. Like it's this, and then you're gonna buy the red Ferrari.
The red Ferrari, yeah. But I've never felt like, I think in my younger years, like 15 to 20, I felt more stressed about my age than I do now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not stressed about my age either.
I'm not at all. Like I don't care. Like,
but I mean,
I don't know. Like it's never like we've done pretty good.
Yeah, we've done really good.
Yeah.
I think I had a little bit of that when I was turning 30, like just around the time before we both sort of made it, like 27 there.
Yeah.
Like
there I felt, I didn't feel my age, but I just felt like I haven't succeeded.
Some type of crisis.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what am I doing with my life? What the fuck is the meaning of everything? And then Lego. Like, yeah, I just Lego.
Yeah. You just Lego.
I just Lego.
Lego.
Yeah, and it all went to shit anyways. But
Life. Yeah.
Is life.
So what are we talking about today?
What was it?
I don't remember.
Something sabotaging.
Sabotage. I don't remember. It was a long time ago I heard the song.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna start doing the thing, but then I actually can't remember what the thing is.
Yeah, I don't remember what the thing is either.
Exactly. But that's corn.
Don't you tell me to stop.
Yeah, and that's Intergalactic.
Intergalactic, yeah, no, that's not what I remember. Intergalactic sabotaging.
Actually, Sabotage was the first song I ever performed live. Like, I think I've ever... Oh, the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Aha. Mustache.
Ah, no
Mustache
go. No go. Oh, that hurts so much. Fucking soft drink motherfucker.
That's what you get. You should have gotten the beer.
Yep. I don't
Yeah.
think that would have been a difference. Like, it is the same fucking contraption, the beer trap.
You just suck. But yeah, sabotaging yourself in a way, something.
So we're doing that one, okay?
Yeah, something. Yeah, but so thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening and sticking with us always, and to Max and the Underwork for always being here, because it's a building and it's not going anywhere. And everybody that's awesome out there.
Exactly. And if you want a podcast studio, you can always rent this one, apparently. So
Indeed you can.
So talk to us.
Or Max.
Yeah. Or underverket.work on Instagram or something like that. I don't remember. Who cares?
Intro song.
Moving on.
Intro song!
Oh.
Poopy voice.
Yeah.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
Yeah, so what are we talking about?
Yeah, we're back. In case you didn't figure it out, we're back.
Yeah,
and we were talking about sabotaging for yourself.
Yeah.
And I guess also kind of following your heart a bit, I guess.
I mean, that is
It's
kind of
the thing.
Yeah, that is the thing. Like, how long should you just go along for the ride without stepping off that roller coaster that we talked about, and just to break that metaphor and into billion pieces? Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah,
make
nah.
sense. No. I think you can apply this to many things in your life.
But let's just stick to cocaine to keep it simple.
Yeah, because you know,
why not?
why not?
Why?
Yes, cocaine.
Why Guanjin? No.
The buttons are too far away.
Star Wars joke.
But yeah, so you just toss that out into the atmosphere, sabotaging for yourself. What was like
A song. I was listening to a song, and it's just about
listen, all y'all, it's
sabotage. No, it wasn't that song.
Nope.
I don't even know the band.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I know you planned it. I'm gonna sit straight to Watergate. Yeah.
White people rapping. Let's move on.
Yeah.
No, but I was just thinking that, like, I don't know. I guess I've been thinking a lot And I don't want to get into my issues, but it is basically just taking control of your life. You know what I mean? And living it the way you want to live it.
Yeah.
And I know that some of us are followers. You know, we follow other people's decisions, either because we don't know what the fuck we want to do, so we just tag along until we kind of figure it out.
I mean, that's me in a nutshell, for sure.
But you've also done your own thing, though. You moved to Australia, Germany. You became a tattoo apprentice. You know what I mean? Like, you've done things that are beyond other people.
Well, I do have a mind, and I do make it up.
But not everyone has gotten that free, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking early in life, you know.
Yeah.
Some people, like, if you think back to, like, friends and stuff like that, some people always just followed along because they had no mind of their own.
Fredrik.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. And he was always like, oh, I like everything you like. Basically what he said without saying it, you know.
Yeah.
Tell me you don't have a mind without telling me you don't have a mind.
Yeah.
And this guy was just like such a follower. Like, he was groupie mentality at an age where that shouldn't be a thing.
No.
Especially for people that don't excel at anything, you know. Like,
and that was back in the day when we weren't cool.
Exactly
and
what
he
I'm saying.
Still followed us. Like,
exactly. And some people go through life like that. You know, without
not that
ever...
we're cool now.
No,
that
not
sounded
at all.
really, really.
We are super cool now.
Yeah,
not just
so sad.
And that's the fun part. To some people, we are cool, and to some people, we are shit.
Yeah,
so
I would say most,
but yeah, let's not dive into that part.
No,
let's just stick with the 5 people that like us.
Thomas, Matthias, we're so cool.
He's so cool. Robin, Mimosa, Moose, Sarah, 6 people. I think that was 6.
All y'all.
Math.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, we should learn it. No, but I don't know, man. Like, I've been thinking a lot, and I just want people to kind of, you know, like, do things that they enjoy and not get stuck in thoughts like, oh, but this has already been done. Everything has been done. Who cares? Like, don't get stuck in, like, those ideas. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to tell a story, you'll tell it in your way.
Yeah.
If you want to do a tutorial, you'll do it in your way.
Yeah.
And failing, I guess, will also teach you, like, to find your own voice in this whole kind of, you know, oversaturated market of basically everything.
I mean, you need to. It's a part of life, and that gives you, like, ideas and inspiration for different things. If you are a creative person and you're listening to this podcast, like, I think one of the big problems today, like, immediately have to go into movies and nerd talk, but most of the writers today, the younger generation, they're making movies based off of movies they've seen and stories they've read. Whereas our generation's writers made movies off of things that they've experienced and losing family and doing, like, traveling and doing things.
Yeah.
Like, you know, George Lucas made Star Wars after he was in a really, really big car accident and nearly died. Like, that changed his whole life, and that gave him inspiration for whatever became Star Wars. Like, you need to be out there and, like, live. You know what I mean? And yeah, fuck, like, it's so important to me that people actually just take a break and do what they really feel like they should be doing. Like,
and I
sounds
think
so easy.
I know, it does, and I've just kind of, I guess, woken up to this, and it feels so important to kind of, like, it's like you said, like a near-death experience kind of awakening.
Yeah, but I mean, I had the back. Like, I broke my back, and that was my thing. And from there, it was like, well, of course I should do this. Yeah. Because I feel like doing it. Like, it was, I didn't have to think about it. And then I had help from, like, well, Eric moved to Australia. I'm like, well, perfect. Then I can go visit him in Australia because I need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And then this girlfriend went to Germany. I'll go there. And then like it was so easy.
So easy. Yeah. And that's before life starts. That's why we always say, do all the crazy shit early on.
Exactly, because there was no repercussions. I didn't have anybody that was going to be extremely devastated by me going to Australia.
Yeah,
except Elias, because I left him here.
Yeah.
But but you know, I was young enough to actually be able to do all these stupid things. So there was
but you also
sabotaging.
you saved a lot of money as well, so you had the buffer as well to kind of do these things.
Of course, I had the goal.
Yeah.
Like, I need to go there. What do I need? Well, I need money, and then let's just try to get that. But I mean, it was still during a period in my life or an age where, like, if I go there and I fail and I come back, it's not gonna be like a difference. I'm not gonna fail in any way. Because there is nothing. There is nothing. Yeah. It's just life. So live it.
Yeah. Did you have another thing?
No.
Because I just thought of something that came to mind, like that brought this up as well. And it is just like, you know, how we want to do things in life, but then we find like a million excuses between the thing we want to do and the actual doing of the thing.
Because it's called being afraid.
Yes, and the more afraid you are, like the more valid it is to, because you care about the dream, so you don't want to fail at it.
Yeah.
But I think like sometimes, like in the episode, like failing your way to success or whatever the fuck we named it.
Yeah.
That is sort of how you get to your dream, you know.
Embrace the suck. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just got to make some mistakes, you know, because you don't know how to get to, you know, whatever your dream is. And you have to kind of stumble sometimes until you find your footing or, you know, like whatever.
I think for me, it was always not knowing what the fuck the dream was. Like, I didn't know shit when I was 20. Like, I knew I wanted to draw, but
I didn't even know what options there were out there. I thought there were like Disney animators and that was it.
Actually, when I was 20, I was 100% sure I was going to be an actor. Like, that was going to be my dream, because that was after Ondskan and like all of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, well, this is what I really want to do. I'm passionate about this.
For 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I can't act to save my life. So, like, what was I thinking? I wasn't. That's the whole thing. I wanted to party and not think and just live, and that's what I did. Like, and I recommend it to everyone, especially you right now, bro.
Yeah, man.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'll do that later.
Yeah.
I need to kind of just land.
Yeah.
But, yeah, fuck.
Sorry if I...
No. That was good.
Derailed it.
No, you didn't derail it. Like, the thing that I said is truth. You don't have to know how to get to your goal. You just need to start somewhere. It doesn't have to be the right choice. Like when I started my first business, like the first time I was going to be like an entrepreneur artist, I failed hard. I did everything super complicated. I took on everything I didn't need to take on, you know, like everything that had to do with money, except, you know, like I didn't have to take care of that, but I was like, I'm going to do it all myself. I don't know shit about taxes and money. Okay. So what I need to focus on is the art part.
Yeah.
Send the invoice. And then send that information to the accountant, which I do now. And it took me, you know, 2 years of sucking at it and then taking a break and kind of being angry at this, like, being self-employed. And then talking to people, gaining experience with the little failure that I had in my bag, you know, the 2 years of fucking up.
Yeah.
And then I started talking to people and they were like, oh, I do it like this. And then I have this. And I was like, oh, yeah, I should have probably done all of that. And I started a business, I think it's like 5 years ago now or more, that I restarted my what I have now. And it's so easy. Like, it's still boring as fuck to send invoices and shit.
Yeah.
But I do a very little, I just scan some receipts, send them to my money woman, and she makes magic.
Yeah. And that's how it's supposed to be.
And I can
you
just
have people that specialize in certain areas.
And it's not even expensive, like, and considering how much...
That goes with everything in your life. Like, that's why you go to a certain, like if you want Mexican food, you go to a Mexican restaurant.
No, you go to an Indian restaurant, bro.
Yeah, because you have people being specialized in that specific thing, and that's how this world works.
Yeah, and you can invest your time in what you do well, and let people that because for me to figure out the taxing, like the tax system and all that, that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
For someone else.
Yes,
that you shouldn't have to worry about, and you can if you want to, but I don't see why you would. Like, you can understand what they're doing when they're showing you the whatever the fuck they show you about your income and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Understand what they're showing you, sure, but don't do it. Why are you wasting, let's say 30 hours in a month doing that when you could be doing something else or just having free time?
Yeah, relaxing.
Relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be afraid to start somewhere with whatever you want to achieve. Like, just go out there and then just okay, this is what I want to do, and then just start. Just start doing it. It can be talking. It can be drawing. It can be making, I don't know what the fuck it could possibly be.
Singing, writing,
drawing.
Anything.
Yeah.
And
just start the waves, make ripples somewhere, and you might not even want that thing. You'll get to a certain point where it's oh shit, you know what? This is what I actually want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think that's how I got to where I am. I was going to, because we both talked we were going to go to China. We were going to become grown-up Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
And then
start our own fight school and
exactly.
make movies.
And then I became a stuntman instead for me. And then, I did a bunch of other things, and I became a personal trainer. I fucking got so many sidetracks. I was like, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. And where did I end up again? Back to drawing. And I was square one. Yeah. No, but it was just straight circle,
Yeah,
And I just got to the point where I was like, this is actually the only thing that I'm really good at. And I started investing a lot of time and dedication into focusing in. I took away acrobatics. I kept training, but I took away all the distractions. I stopped playing guitar, I stopped doing acrobatics, all this stuff, and just focused in on drawing, and just grew as an artist so much.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't putting all my time in all these million hobbies that I have, and you also have.
Yeah. And still create for myself, which is, I don't know.
Mm.
I keep blaming ADHD, but it's just
AC/DC.
restless. Yeah. Restless spirits. I don't know. We've always been dudes that want to do stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. If, one day we could be we're going to be the best fishermen. We would go all in and do that.
Yeah. But it's like this show.
And then
we
you
didn't
would
know
tell
anything.
me what to buy, because you would research what material would be the best, and then we would go out and buy it together, and then we would go fishing, and we would hate it, but we would still put everything into that, and then go home, cry, and do a podcast about it.
Yeah, exactly. but that's how I do everything, I've noticed. When you look back, photography, art, training, all in. And that's why when I started phasing out the hobbies that I because like you said, we were the YouTube generation before YouTube, where we were I'm going to be really good at kite surfing. No, I'm going to be really good at surfing. No, I'm going to be really good at acrobatics. No, I'm going to be really good. And then you were doing these things beside all the other things that we were doing.
Yeah.
And just removing all these fucking things. Because I think it's good to try them all. But then you start realizing, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this.
But that's what you do. Whenever you take on something new, you realize, well, that thing wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
So that thing disappears. And then you take the next thing on, and that thing disappears. So it's always something that exchanges. And maybe with time, it's you take on this thing, and all these 3 things disappear. And then
I love how you said 3.
3.
3 things.
but I mean, that's always the thing, right? And now we're down to the 1 and 2 things, maybe. For me, it's still I still haven't let go of the writing.
But
still
the writing,
very
I think,
much
is
into that.
Very good.
But that's also because I haven't achieved anything with it yet. Whereas everything else that we have tackled, I have still achieved something.
Yeah.
Skateboarding, I was about to get sponsored, then broke my back. So, well, technically got sponsored, but didn't get sponsored.
I don't know why in my head you fell off a horse. I was like, that's not what happened.
Yeah, I skateboarded on a horse.
On a horse and then fell off, broke your back on the horse's back.
It was a great backflip to back break.
Back break,
No,
yeah. No, that was
Give
right.
me a break. Sonia.
Sonia.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
A woman broke your back with her thighs.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
I wish.
And she was a horse.
But the breakdancing, that became a career.
You broke your back and started breakdancing.
I know. It's like, how ironic.
Oh, it's so dumb.
I know. Yeah.
It's good.
Alanis Morissette. But yeah, everything that we've done, I've still done something that has given me either money or something
else,
from. Yeah. So with every hobby, I've still pushed it to that limit of actually making something out of it.
Yeah.
And you've done the same. I mean, with the stunt things, you've done movies, you've done commercials, you've done things. With the PT stuff, you've actually worked as like with everything that we have done, we've achieved something with it. You know,
and also realized things. Like the personal training stuff, I really enjoyed it because it was like, you know, you meet new people all the time and you have some, you know, like clients that are recurring or like returning and you build relationships with people, but you also meet new people. It's very exciting. But then you realize like my heart is not in it though. The only way I would train people is to train highly motivated people.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that is just not what I want, like enough to pursue it.
Yeah.
I would enjoy it, at least, you know, in my head. But I don't have the will to fight for this one, like for this idea that I have.
Yeah.
Whereas other ideas, for example, like art, like I've just felt the need to create. And I think getting older, I've realized I don't really care the manner of creating. I like creating more than
to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than if it is like video, photos, or, you know, drawing or digital art, or like however, like I like all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will try to find a way to kind of make it all happen somehow.
Yeah. Same. And that's exactly where I am.
Yeah.
Bringing back to the writing.
Yeah.
Which is just
but I think the writing is
a different
brilliant.
way of creating. But it is. I would say it's the most free form of creation that I've ever experienced. Specifically when you really get into it, when you are in that zone, you become God. You are creating
but that's the thing.
a world and people, and you decide what they do. Like, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
But then baby screams, and then all of a sudden life sucks again.
But that's how you need to, like, you need to find that balance, because like I've talked with my wife about like this whole thing. Like we've had some good talks, and I don't regret any of it. You know what I mean? Like I might not enjoy the house life. I might not, you know, have the same feelings towards my wife romantically, but like all in all though, I'm super satisfied with all the things that we've done together in these. Yeah, exactly. I'll tattoo that on my chest.
Got you, bro.
I just like, it's been good. It's been really good. But now I need to do something for me to be here for another 40 years.
Yeah.
I need to do something.
Yeah.
That is both for me, but with my family, you know, in a new way, like a new way of parenting, I guess, or like the new constellation of what a family looks like.
Yeah.
And that has always, like, when I've talked about this, that has been my first priority. Like, what happens with the kids? How do we make this thing that I want for myself, my happiness, how do my kids fit in? And that has been what I've molded it around. Like, you know, because people are like, but what about the kids? I was like, the kids are basically the only thing that I've worried about, because that has been for me the most important thing. You know, if I'm going to make this work, they need to somehow be a big part of my life, because I can't see myself not having, you know, like the everyday life that everyone hates. I want them to be in it. You know what I mean? I want them. I don't want to meet them every other week or something like that.
Yeah.
Sure, that would give me a lot of free time for myself to do whatever, but I want to be there, when my kids are tired or when they want to just like snuggle and watch something or, watch cartoons, talk about their day. Like I want that. Like, I don't want to not have them for a week. That's terrible for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've made it so that no matter what happens from now, like we'll have that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like it feels like eventually things will come to a good place.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
we'll
but
see.
just count on it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better.
It's a whole lot worse.
Yeah. Like
it is. Like last time when I listened to the last episode recording, I started talking about some stuff and it got super emotional. But it's just like, right now I feel a bit of a distance towards it because we haven't like we haven't gone that deep.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I'm hoping to kind of just, as much as you can make this smooth, like for them.
Yeah.
And then whatever I do when I'm alone, I'll deal with that.
Yeah.
But it's easier to deal with it alone, when you don't have to worry about other people.
It's like masturbation.
Exactly. It's nicer when no one's watching.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not Louis C.K. Yay!
Yay, one sound effect.
And that's how we not cry in this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add some masturbation to your tears.
Got something in my eye.
And it's not tears. Oh, Jesus.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what else can we say about sabotaging for yourself? I mean, I think really what we're saying is the opposite. Like,
yeah.
The whole episode is pretty much
but
more
it's
about
like the thing,
saving yourself.
But what is the thing? No, but what is the thing that people talk about? Affirmations. I hate affirmations.
Yeah, yeah.
But apparently they seem to be working for some people. Like
Yeah.
I hate,
Well, define affirmation.
Affirmation
So I
is
know.
basically you telling yourself you're good or you look good today.
Patting on
like
the back.
yes, like in front of a mirror or something, like you're successful or blah, blah, like visualizing where you want to be and kind of telling yourself that you are, good enough. Or
I just see
above.
the last Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Nobody likes you. You're
Yeah.
a piece of shit or
And-
whatever.
and
Smile. You fuck.
I prefer that more.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say it out loud to myself in that sense because I don't like saying that I'm shit at stuff. But I also don't like telling myself I'm good enough. You know what I mean? I know I'm good enough, so I don't have to say it. But I guess like
Some people need that.
but some people
reassurance.
need that, and I think just
That's
guess
why we're here.
yeah, exactly. You are good enough.
You are good enough.
No, but I'm so like when I see stuff like that because I worked at a gym in the past, and then in the morning when I got to work, someone wrote like you're awesome on like the register when I got there, and I was like, this is stupid. Like, you know what I mean? And that's how I react to affirmation.
Yeah.
Like
you
I
just
can
replace it with "you suck."
dude. You
You're
know me.
behind a
No,
register,
no.
idiot.
You know me so well. What I did when I closed up the gym that day, I wrote notes that said a monkey could replace you if you don't do that. Like I wrote like jokingly, like they were funny, but I like basically like you're replaceable. But have a good day. Like it was like just like funny notes that I left on the register. That's what I appreciate.
You destroyed lives.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I hate affirmations. Like they sound disgusting to me.
Mm-hmm.
And with the Clubhouse trend that was like last year, people were so like in rooms. They were like, "You're amazing! No, you're amazing!" And to each their own. To me, that is disgusting. Like I hate it so much that it makes me angry. Why? I don't know.
I feel
but
sick whenever
it's
I
a
get a
pet peeve.
compliment.
That I appreciate. Like, because that feels like, even if it makes me uncomfortable, like when people are like, oh, I really love your stuff. And then someone else kind of jumps in on that and like, yeah, your work is amazing. And you're like, But it comes from a nice place, you know, like.
Yeah, of course.
But this.
And of course you like it as well. Like,
No,
I
do
like
it,
but
it's
it makes
nicer.
me uncomfortable.
Yeah, but it's nicer when it's like just a comment and I don't have to see you and because I can react however I want.
And people can get very overly excited sometimes.
And I understand that too. Because, when you've met like a famous person or someone you look up to, you're like, I don't know how to say. And,
when I met Boba Fett in Legoland,
Yeah,
I was,
for example, like stuff like that.
I couldn't actually talk.
Yeah, you just like you become dumber, and I've done it.
And this is a true story. Like I geeked out so hard, and I knew this was just a random. I think it was a dude from Holland, like the Netherlands.
Yeah,
in a Boba Fett suit, but it was so authentic, and it just looked so awesome that I stuttered when I asked if I could take a picture with him.
very cool.
So much that my ex Sarah actually had to step in and ask for me.
Break up.
Yeah.
No, you're a pussy. I'm out.
Yeah,
Fuck this shit. Have my wife.
Have your way, sir. Let me take photos.
That's what she said. She was like, terrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
You heard it here first. I think.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Why did you hear it?
Why did you hear it here first? Ask yourself that. Why do you listen to this shit?
Sabotaging for
Sabotaging
yourself.
for yourself.
And their podcast, apparently.
Yes. No, I think we've shot ourselves in the foot a lot of times.
Every episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least 500 times.
Exactly. But we keep going. And that's
yeah.
what we want you to do.
See? Back on
Fuck
track.
up and keep going.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Straight circle.
Straight circle, y'all.
Y'all.
No, but I don't really have that much to say without repeating everything we just said. I just want you to, like, if you have a thing, like, take only this away from this fucking episode. If you want to achieve whatever, do something. Just whatever. Anything that you think will lead you. You don't have to know shit. Just do whatever you think is going to get you there. Like, go online, read about it. Step one. That is enough. And then just keep taking steps. Even if they kind of like throw you in a different direction, that's how life works.
Yeah.
Like you try to become the greatest artist and then you have a baby.
One Direction.
Yeah, exactly. It's not One Direction.
No One Direction.
No One Direction.
Yeah.
So life will take you where you want to go as long as you have your like Jack Sparrow compass, you know. It points a bit everywhere if you don't know what you want. But eventually, once you figure that out, like it'll start, you know,
Pointing in the right
direction.
Yeah.
And it won't be an erection because it rhymes like Busta Rhymes. And yeah, I don't have anything on this topic anymore. God. Yeah, and we're done with the topic. Fuck you.
Way to escape.
Run away.
We're done with this topic. Moving on.
Tools, bitch. And we're back.
Do we have any toolies?
I do have Inktober.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And I can actually talk about it now. We don't have to save anything for any time.
You sure?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it's going to be on the next toolies, if not this one. So, yeah. Inktober has been a lifesaver for me in this madness. And the fun thing is that last year, it was a struggle, an insane struggle. And we tried to prep for that one and did poorly, but it taught me, and again, kind of planning, just to straight circle this bitch. It's basically last year we planned, and I planned so poorly that I suffered through the whole of Inktober in the worst way that I've ever done. And I haven't drawn until this Inktober. You know, like it took, like I've drawn like 2 times or 3 times total.
And same. Which is why I did not tackle Inktober this year.
And also you became a dad in that same fucking month.
Because but I could have just as easily tackled Inktober as well, because why not? But no. Just to do myself a favor and not be dizzy every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and the planning this year was not a result of my genius. It was a result from last year's not genius. Yeah, exactly. And that kind of, like, I realized after like a million years of doing Inktober that last year's mistakes were the ticket to this year's success. Like, I just realized, like, I struggle with ideas. That is what I struggle with. Solve that problem. I did the month before. I sketched up all 30 thumbnails for Inktober, and now I'm just drawing them. Like, now it's just the 2 to 3 hours that it takes to finish an image.
You know what I realized?
Cocaine.
You can't succeed without the suck.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta.
There's no succeed without the suck.
Exactly. Succeed. Ew, succeed.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Another pun in the pun?
Oh my God.
This is, it keeps coming.
Quadruple time. T-shirt time.
Come on, it keeps coming.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Okay, this is such a bro podcast now. Let's just drop the no.
Yeah,
come on.
yeah.
Okay.
We can't say anything anymore.
Yeah, we can't say anything.
Cunt.
We are cunts. Yeah. But yeah, so just to like the straight circle thing, you have to fail. Like it goes without saying. Don't worry about how to get there. Just start walking, basically. And this Inktober has been exactly that. It's been the easiest one. I'm still tired when I draw because life.
Are you on every day? Like
the
day before or same day? Or?
I've been both. Like I've caught up and then life happened and I just didn't feel like so.
Because it feels like
I'm on the
you're
day.
writing
I'm on the day.
pretty much every day on in our message.
I'm on the day. Yeah.
It
I'm
feels like on the day. Yeah.
I'm on the day.
Yeah.
Like I'm drawing them. I've gotten ahead a few times and then life and then I just like I'm on the day again. But it feels like I only have to draw them at least. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
And as soon as I let go of like I don't want to draw an armadillo or armadillo, like once I let go of those thoughts and just draw it, it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's just like you already know what to do. Just do it.
But they look a lot more polished this year than last year.
Do they?
Yes,
Because I
they do.
feel like they don't. Like they feel so flat. Because I
No.
don't do a lot of Copic shading in this year's
And
in that
I
sense.
think that is what brings it out more. Like less is more. Kind
Yeah,
of.
and I hate them. Oh,
Like,
man.
was it the one today? I think you just had the tree.
Oh, with the brim.
Yeah.
Okay, foul. Yeah.
And you just have this like little part of that tree with Copic gray.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's all I did. Yeah. I was
It's
trying
perfect.
to save time.
And then you have something in the foreground kind of just to frame it in. It's perfect. Like
Yeah, I
you've
hated it,
really
but-
just you've understood everything that you need to do and you don't do anything more or less.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
I just need to figure out a way to do the white stuff faster because you know how the
Yeah, but
the
you just go
Uniball-
nuts with it. Like you go way overboard with all of that stuff.
It's
so
fun.
that's
yeah.
just on you.
Yeah, no. It is on me, and now I need to simplify that method.
Yeah.
So I've taken the brush pen back, the white brush pen. I washed it because I haven't used it for since last year or the year before. So I've washed it, and now it works perfectly. And
Okay.
I will probably introduce it to kind of minimize, like for the big white stuff.
Oh,
I
the
will-
Faber-Castell.
No. The brush pen, the white brush pen that I have. It's
You
one
have
of those.
a white brush pen?
Yeah, I used it on like not last year, but the year before. It's the one where I did everything with it, but it was such a it's a brush pen, so it's so easy to kind of mess up.
I didn't know that. You probably mentioned it.
I did.
But-
It's one of those like Sakura, the long ones,
Okay.
the white ones. I have it.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna try to start using that again and see if I can fuck up some things. Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great white fox.
I wanted to say foxy lady, but
Foxy lady.
that's
Oh
not
shit.
easy
Okay,
at all.
now my brain
Yeah.
kind of connected. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Never mind.
generations, you know.
Stupid dum-dums. But yeah, so I'm gonna start implementing that now. We're past the halfway point, and
Yeah.
it feels good.
Nice.
Hopefully, my other ideas that I can't, for the life of me, think of are great enough for me to kind of just hit the ground running. But it's been the smoothest Inktober.
Nice. Yeah, because I don't see you posting at like 2 o'clock in
I
the morning.
did one where I posted like around midnight.
Yeah.
But that was because we were out all day and doing things, so that
Yeah.
was on me.
Nice. And now we only have
And,
Comic-Con
and today, fuck,
prepare
man.
for, but yeah.
But yeah, today will probably be late as well because we're podcasting and we were super slow
Yeah, we were. Are.
and are. Yeah, so yeah, we need to wrap this up.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Superheroes!
we're back.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
I haven't seen a lot, but I've seen 2 things.
And I've seen...
Yeah, I thought you heard the list.
So this is retro, and it's going to be...
With the Facebook Stereo. Yeah, that's me
I
done.
also have not seen all that much. I've got a few new
It sounds like you've seen a million things, though.
Yeah, I know. But
Because
no.
that's usually how it is with you. You're like, I haven't seen anything. It's just like this list.
No, I feel like I've been caught in the same sort of rhythm of things where just there's no time to actually sit down and enjoy like a full movie or anything like that.
No, I
because
remember
it's-
this phase.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just so everything that I watch now, I need to be able to just have in the background. So what I've fallen back to is more Saturday morning cartoons, like just
Nice.
reminiscing and trying to get that nostalgia back, and also
Yeah.
trying to kind of, in my own way, plan for LV and what I'm going to be introducing. Because I want to, I guess every parent wants to take them down the same road that you yourself did, you know?
So start with Jeff Goldblum's The Fly, and then take it from there.
Yeah, more or less.
Feels like a nice.
No, but it's pretty cool because Disney does have a lot of the old school cartoon shows. So the old Spider-Man show from the 90s.
Yes.
Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo. You know it. Fucking love it. Yeah, that one. It's awesome. It's so great. And something that I've realized, and I know I've heard it somewhere before, but he never actually fights in the whole show.
Yep, I've seen
Like,
it recently.
He's such a good guy. And it's just like, again, Spider-Man is the best hero ever.
Yeah.
He just solves everything by talking and being a genuine friend. And he's such a great hero for kids. And he looks great. Cool.
It's weird that looks good, though.
Yeah. It's so
Like,
stupid.
Stupid, yeah.
It is.
It's super dumb.
It's a leotard. Like, it's just a weird...
It's a spandex suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's weird, but it works.
Freak.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. But that, and I started watching Gargoyles again. And
Classic.
God damn, that's a dark show. Like, literally, the first episode is so devastatingly horrible.
I don't
I
remember
couldn't
it, but
watch the second episode because I was so sad from the first episode. And it's a kid's cartoon.
But that's the beauty of these shows as well. Like when you were a kid, you just watched it like it was just a cartoon.
yeah.
But then you grow up and you can still enjoy it because it has this deeper, like darker story around it.
This is pretty
That
in
just-
your face that I think any type of kid or person
Mm-hmm.
watching this would be kind of devastated watching it.
Okay. Yeah, because I watched the show like all the time as a kid because
Yeah.
that was one of the cooler ones. But and it looks basically like Batman did,
Yeah.
like in a way. So I kind of really enjoyed it.
It's kind of the Disney version of the Batman show. So yeah, very, very similar. And also the Batman show is something that I watched as well.
Again,
Again.
dark undertones.
Yes. But then the only new thing that I watched is the new show on Disney called The Old Man with Jeff Bridges. It's
He does things.
awesome. It's great. It is really great. I wrote you guys on the message thingy
Mm-hmm.
and kind of said it's, what did I say? It's Taken and something else.
Untaken. No.
Yeah. But it's, I mean, it does have that sort of Taken vibe.
But does he have a particular set of skills that he uses to?
Yeah, more or less. So it's like you've seen it all before, but
Yeah.
now it's Jeff Bridges, and like it's so well acted, and you feel a lot more for the characters, and like with every episode, you get enough to really want more each episode. It comes out every Wednesday, so it's a weekly thing.
Oh shit! Okay, it's a show.
It's a show. It's a show. But
okay,
it's really out
and
there.
it was
with
called
The Old Man.
The Old Man. Cool.
It's very kind of Reacher, The Terminal List, that type of vibe, but
Okay.
Jeff Bridges. So I really recommend it. I think
Okay,
it's
very cool.
it's cool. Like it's a good.
Do we know
show.
how many episodes they're planning?
I haven't looked into it. I'm
8?
assuming it's 8 or
Yeah,
10
8, yeah.
probably. But it's an hour.
Oh shit!
an
It's long
episode.
episodes.
Yeah, like between 40 minutes and an hour, something
Very
like
nice.
But yeah, really, really good. If you've been interested, I can definitely recommend it. And if you don't have anything else, give it a shot. Like, it's Jeff Bridges. Like, he's always
Can't
good.
go wrong. Yeah.
No. The Big Lebowski killing people. You know. There you
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like,
go.
but shooting really tied up the. No.
Yeah, I should have. I'm sure I've seen a whole bunch of things because it's been 2 weeks. But you go. What have you seen?
I did finish Cyberpunk,
Oh yeah,
and it doesn't really need any other season.
no.
And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I think they could do like these like free like standalone seasons that kind of build off of like the events from the previous season, but with a new set of characters. Like that would be super cool.
Like an
if they
anthology.
Yeah. And the animation is like it's just the right amount of it. Like, 'cause it's a bit choppy, it's a bit different, but it feels like there's like different studios sometimes in between, because they do like the main character kind of changes after like episode 7, like the style and his style kind of changes a bit, and it becomes like a little more adult and a bit less cutesy.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked it, and I just like I really like it. I think they nailed the whole cyberpunk thing.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to see more from Night City and like the whole world that they've built with cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So I'm totally open for more of it because I think it did what Castlevania for me failed with.
Okay.
Because Castlevania is also this like budget animation, as I call it, where it's like it's enough money, but but I feel like they failed with the story.
Yeah.
Like for me, Castlevania started off like, okay, I can see myself watching this, but then at some point it just gets, and early on for me, gets really uninteresting.
Yeah, but I seriously don't remember much of the show.
Same.
It's just so much. It felt like they pushed it for way too many seasons. Rather
too many
than,
seasons.
They could have had like 2 or 3 seasons that were really, really good.
Same. But I think it had a fan base, and I guess they enjoyed it, and that's cool too. Like
I'm sure it was like a little bit of a money grab for Netflix.
But you also noticed like between like the first season and like second or third, like that it became a bit less good, like animation wise.
Yeah.
So that also kind of bugs me. And just make it even, but they didn't. I don't know what the reasons are, or if like animation is a tough business, and I respect the reasons for it becoming what it is. Like, it's not just like deciding and then doing it, There's always someone that comes around and just kicks your legs underneath.
Yeah,
and,
the reason is you.
Yeah, the reason is you. No, but it's a complicated business, man. But I think Cyberpunk did well. Like, I cared from beginning to end.
Yeah, but did you feel... Because... What I felt was the first couple of episodes were like, yeah, but they're good.
They're okay, but then
they
don't
get
keep
invested. You like really like you don't have to go back and watch it, but you keep watching it. But then after like episode 5,
at some point you're in it. Yeah, you get
because I just couldn't stop. I don't think from episode 5 I just had to see the whole thing.
If it hadn't been for the whole divorce thing, I would have watched it, all of it. I would have binged it.
Yeah,
that came in between them.
Yeah.
But I think it's so worth the watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those surprisingly good things that you really, kind of like Invincible.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what's this? Like, okay, yeah, might as well try it. And then like, oh, not bad. Oh, damn.
Yeah, out of all of these, though, Invincible is the better one.
Yeah.
But I think Cyberpunk did really well with its story. And from not giving a fuck to giving a lot of fuck.
Yeah.
So I like it.
This is the 3rd episode we talk about it, I think. So
yeah, and now I've actually seen the whole thing, and I recommend you watch it.
Cool. And like I asked you when we were here with our guest last time, do you feel like did you want to go back and play the game after seeing the show? Yeah, exactly. But because they have the what's it called? Expansion or whatever. For the game
but it's not out yet. The expansion isn't out yet, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're making another that's going to be released at some point.
But with Edge Runners thing.
No, but the Edge Runner thing. Yeah, that's the
Like,
new thing that they're doing.
From the game, I guess. Like you're getting, I don't know if you're getting different skins or something from the show.
I have no idea, but
there's something connected to the show with the game at least. But they have announced Cyberpunk 2 is coming out. Yeah.
No, you just fix one.
So CD Projekt Red has come out with a 10-year plan.
Why?
They're releasing 3 Witcher games and Cyberpunk 2.
What?
Yeah.
How did I miss all of this?
So it's a trilogy of The Witcher.
That's what I want.
Coming out.
And not a first-person Witcher.
No.
Like, as much as I enjoyed Cyberpunk, I prefer third person.
Yeah. You want to see
Always.
what you are doing.
Yes, and also, like, I don't need to be the person. I want to see all my gear on me. That's my favorite part about the Witcher game is dressing Geralt up. Playing dress up is why we play these games.
Yeah, same with Tsushima. Like,
oh, dude,
I spent so much time just choosing the right outfit to go into this village to slaughter.
So cool. Once I found my armors and the hats that I enjoyed.
And masks.
Yeah. I like having my mask off, though, because I want to see his face in the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Because it's cooler. But I love the hat, with the split.
Hat,
yeah, with the little... Like
the
broken part,
or whatever.
Yeah. Just that shit. And then getting like the samurai armors that look really cool, or just having like a little more plain Ronin thing, and everyone's like super armored up, and you're like,
yeah,
everyone's dead.
And it's so cool because they've really nailed the weight of the character.
Yeah.
So when he has the big suit of armor, you can tell it's a little bit slower, it's harder hitting, and then you switch back to like the Ronin attire and it's so loose and fluid. Like it's just like so perfectly made. Like, because I'm still playing the game.
Yeah.
Like I still go back every once in a while just to run around.
But did they release like anything else to play?
There's a director's cut out there that is like another island. Outside.
Oh, that was it. Yeah,
so
that's what I meant.
There is more of the game now. I haven't tried it. I haven't seen anything from it. I just assume it's equally good.
I just never check because I don't want to spoil anything.
No. But yeah, I'm playing through the whole game again on the new game.
And
Plus.
I want to finish Horizon 2, but life just doesn't. Video games don't feel very important right now.
Yeah, no, nothing really does.
No. I just want to find like a little routine for this new thing where we can get some time to just breathe.
Yeah.
Because right now I just feel like everything's up in the air and I'm still waiting for all the pieces to land. And like playing video games, watching things. Like I watched Cyberpunk while I was doing Inktober and then I just couldn't draw and I was just like mesmerized by the episodes.
I did the exact same thing.
So, but that's the only thing that I've seen, And then yesterday I finished Inktober super early. So I watched the movie Entergalact by the people that did Into the Spider-Verse, or some of them, I guess.
Yeah, I've been super interested in watching it, but the little tease that you get from hovering over it on Netflix is just like, well, what you get to see in that clip is the couple sleeping, and then his phone vibrates, and she takes up the phone, and it's the message from another girl.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so it's just like this romantic drama thing.
It is
like,
exactly what it is.
Why? Yeah, I'm like...
And it was called Entergalactic, so I was like, okay, maybe there's like a sci-fi element or something to it.
Yeah.
And it's still like, it's a creative story in like the way that they presented this normal little sort of thing that happens here. And I love the art style. Like, just watch it for the art style alone.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that really drew me in.
Because it reminds you of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Some things are less good, some things are better. But I think Into the Spider-Verse cannot be beaten, not by this movie. Because this movie is very low-key. The story that they're telling is a love story. And, like, for me, I don't know. Like, the story was a bit too low-key to be, like... I don't know, like, who is this movie for?
Yeah.
But it is, like, it's nice that it's not a superhero movie. And it's nice that it isn't, I don't know. but it is a bit too low key. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what they do, the storytelling though, the way that the story is told and the voice acting and everything is like it's perfect.
Do
it's
we have
believable.
any famous actors
Doing the
voice-
voices, I didn't check. I was gonna do it and then
Anybody
I forgot.
that you recognized? No.
No. Or I did, but I couldn't place the voice now that I'm trying to think back. And I was going to check, and then I didn't. Because I was like, oh, that voice sounds familiar, though. But I don't know. Like, I did enjoy it, but I think some people will think it's too slow. And other people will enjoy the art style. You know, like, and some will enjoy both. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, would I watch it again? Probably not.
Maybe it's a good movie to draw to. Like, just have in the
No,
background.
you want to watch it. That's the thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
because there are these small things that I think you miss. For example, like this thing happens, and then when he's on his bike, he always smokes weed, and they always play around with that, like how he kind of gets lost in his head, and you know, like when he's on his bike biking through New York, you get to see it through his sort of like his eyes or his
okay.
mind.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes, you know, it turns into a nightmare. Sometimes it's like this flow, you know, like it's a lot of cool things like that. And then like things that have played out in the story also play out like in the background and everything. So like, for example, he takes a like drag of his cigarette or weed and he blows out the smoke and it's like, comes out like as text and then fades away like really nicely. It's like little things like that make it a cool experience. But the story itself, like, I don't know, like love stories for me, they need
More.
a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's not great. It's just there. You know what I mean? Like
Maybe it's a stoner movie. Like maybe it's better if you are stoned watching it.
Maybe. But it has really nice visuals and stuff. But the story, to me personally, I didn't care.
Oh, okay.
But I think they do a nice job, and I think maybe someone that loves like romantic stuff a bit more will enjoy it.
I mean, the more we talk about it, the more intrigued I am. To be honest,
dude, I
like,
think
there is something there that I might like.
I think you will like it in a way that I didn't. I think you'll see something in it that I didn't, that you will enjoy. But all in all, like I could rewatch it just to kind of for the art.
Yeah,
because I think it's nice and the voice acting and everything. Like, I just wish that the story was a bit more interesting. Like,
yeah,
because they just paint up everyday life, and it's so everyday life that I was like, But then they have, you know, their moments.
yeah.
So
Did they have to make this movie? And did they have to make this movie animated? like what was the
my
the whole
worry
point?
is that if this movie doesn't do well,
What is the message of the movie?
who cares? No, but that's my like the way that I feel. Like I love the art, everything about it.
Yeah.
It's just that is it a strong enough movie to warrant getting more money to make another one?
Yeah.
Like about anything else. That's my worry. But then again, they did something that they believed in. But I don't know if it is strong enough. Because, like, if you compare it to Arcane, that's a totally different story, different pace, everything.
Yeah.
Or a Spider-Verse in that sense. Like, it's interesting, it's funny, it's emotional, it's, you know,
Action-packed.
it's action-packed. And, like, it has these nice story beats. You're never bored. And I wasn't really bored with this movie. It was nice for me to kind of wind down to it. But again, like Spider-Verse, I rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it, and I just fall more in love with it every fucking time.
Yep.
And I'm seeing new parts. Like, for example, when Miles is in the car with his dad and they're driving past this new bagel place, you know,
Or
and
the coffee shop.
the coffee shop.
What's the name of
and
that coffee shop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like that whole thing, like I just enjoyed that moment more. You know, I just took it in.
But there's so much happening all of the time.
Yeah,
Even in those calm moments.
and Intergalactic has a little of that as well. But I don't know. I don't think I'm the demographic here. But like the visuals are so good. I love that, like that the protagonist, like he's awesome, and his friends are Like they're really nicely done, and like the way they talk, it feels like believable, you know, and it's well done. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just mundane. You know what I mean? Like you really get like a day in New York. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I do recommend everyone watch it and kind of just like tell us what you think about it. It would be fun to just hear your thoughts.
It might be a good like palate cleanser.
Yeah.
You know, like from all of the Marvel shit that we've seen. Oh yeah, I saw that. If you're done, like
no, I'm done.
That.
Like
but because now I feel like I need to watch Entergalact.
I think that's what it's called. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah. So I will, and I think I can probably get Santa to watch it as well.
No, I think she will enjoy it too.
Yeah.
Like, because it is what it is.
It's I guess like a romantic comedy drama, whatever, but animated.
Dude, it's this little moment in this guy's life that we get to be part of.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I did see Werewolf by Night, and I wanted to talk about it last week.
Yeah.
Because it was a little bit more fresh. Now it's like 3
Less
weeks
fresh.
old. But it's just nice to get something a little bit different from Marvel. It's still like it's very cheesy. It's not at all a great movie or whatever you want to call it, because I think it's an hour long, and it's just a one-off special.
I'm excited to watch it, but not excited to watch it, if you know what I mean.
Just
I like
lower
the-
your
no,
expectations
but-
as much as possible.
I want to just see something about werewolves and
Yeah.
then see where that takes.
And that's kind of where I say lower your expectations.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Just very much. Just see this as something different from Marvel. And it's cool that it's like I told you, they've gone all in with the black and white. It really does have that kind of old school Universal monster movie type feel to it, which I really, really appreciate. Actually started writing a new story based on that type of thing because I can't stop. Why finish something when I can just start 5,000 new projects all the time? But do I see this like continuing into something else? Yes, of course, because it's Marvel and Disney, and they're just gonna milk every fucking thing that they can.
Baby werewolves, nudge.
But they really don't have to.
Yeah.
And I think this is a deep cut for fans, and it's more of a like, here you go, guys, rather than the She-Hulk, fuck you guys, which I just appreciate. Like this feels like they did something that they just wanted to have fun with.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt watching it, at least. So
Okay.
yeah, if you're into kind of those old school scary movies, then
This is
this is
homage
that
to, yeah.
mixed in with Marvel.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's fun, you know.
Okay.
It's kind of supernatural, that type of feel, you know what I mean? So nothing super fancy or special, but, you know, better than She-Hulk.
Yeah.
That's all I can say, I guess.
No, but the thing is, like, not just with She-Hulk, but I'm just
with most things now. to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah, exactly that.
Like, I haven't continued the House of the Dragon
Gucci.
yet.
Oh shit, no.
So I don't know how that's
Yeah.
sort of evolved. I've heard so much shit about the Rings of Power.
I'm not
That
even
it's-
gonna bother.
It's
Like,
uh,
I wasn't interested to begin with. It just feels wrong.
yeah, no, and apparently it's just gone downhill, kind of
Okay.
similarly to She-Hulk.
Okay.
So it's just, you know, everyone should just form their own opinion. You shouldn't listen to all of these idiots online.
Of
and-
course, and those idiots being us as well.
Yes, of course. I try to stay open-minded as much as
Yeah.
possible, but because I love hearing about people ranting on these shows, YouTube has just bombarded me with
you
that.
with it. Yeah, and I
and
hate
it's all
that.
very
Yeah.
single-minded kind of. So
But that's where we differ as well, which I think is good, is that you dive into the rabbit hole, whereas I stick to what I've seen, and then, like, I'll
and
try
that's
to,
it.
Yeah, and that's it. I will not go down on YouTube then and hear what people have said about it. I don't care.
I think it's interesting how much it does affect me and the way I think about a movie.
Of
Because
course.
I watch a movie and then I watch just some retro about it. And they say something that sort of just like, oh yeah, that's true. Fuck. Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah. But you know,
damn. And then it just sort of lowers the standard or like.
Yeah, it makes it a bit worse in your opinion as well.
Yes. But that's also what I love because it works both ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see something that I feel is kind of mundane and then I watch somebody talk about it and they emphasize some things.
It's
and
like
I'm
that guy, the thing with The Force Awakens that you sent me, that like 10, 15-minute long video of you getting like really emotional about listening
and
to
then you're
this
like
guy
crying at the end of it because you're a Star Wars geek and you didn't know it.
Yeah.
Like exactly that.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's what I want to achieve myself with watching stuff. And I would love to have like just some platform where I could just talk about it, but it takes too much time.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough to just sit there and do it all by myself as well. But I would love to just talk movies all the time. It's what I love. And I love watching movies for the sake of talking about movies as well.
Exactly. And that's how we watch a lot of the stuff that we watch on here.
Yeah.
And what I differ from you, though, is that I don't like when I talk and I hear myself saying something I didn't coin or didn't, like, that's not my opinion that I'm sharing. And that's why I don't like YouTube in that sense when people rant, because I don't want their words to echo through me in a sense. And that's why I like watching a movie and then trying to formulate my opinion about it before I watch anything, you know, on YouTube about it, or after. Like, I don't want that because I've noticed that happening to me at times, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, those are not my words, and I don't want to say them, but I do because that's the thing that comes to mind because it's fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's why I normally do, like, if I watch, I think the last movie I did this with was The Samaritan with Sylvester Stallone.
That I still haven't seen because it's forgotten.
There you go. I write down notes while watching it.
Yeah, that's,
so it's like, this is awesome. Like something, just thought, pop, bullet points. So I have my original thoughts about the thing, and then I can watch stuff about it. I don't think I did with The Samaritan, to be honest. I just liked it.
But you do understand at least that sometimes we get infected
but kind of
but you get like influenced more than you think.
Yes,
because sometimes I hear stuff that my parents say or someone says, and I was like, this sounds like that post on Facebook yesterday, basically. And I was like
you're not thinking for yourself.
Exactly, because it's easier to just take someone else's opinion about something because it kind of sounds right, but you haven't thought it through.
Yeah.
And you're just regurgitating those words. And then when someone questions you, and I've done this, and people have been like, yeah, but this. And you're like, yeah, I really haven't thought this through. This is something I half read yesterday. Yeah. And I just...
Now you made it into your own thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like I took it into my... it came out of my mouth because it's like I couldn't come up with what I wanted to say, so this thing came in and kind of filled the void because that's how your brain works. Yeah. And I don't want that. Like, and especially if it's negative stuff, you know.
Exactly. And I've never really been that way normally, and then YouTube came.
Yeah.
And it fucked me up.
No, I think it's
maybe in a good way, maybe in
dude,
a bad
and that's
way.
why I love to give like a different side of this is, for example, the guy that makes the funny ones, the like Barely an Inconvenience. What's he called?
Not Screen Rant. It's
but it's those people. Yeah, that make it the whatever it's called. Yeah, but he basically what he does. Not honest. The shit. What are they called? Like they're named something. You know, every time he talks about it.
Don't remember.
Yeah, shit. And but
it's really sad.
No, but my brain cannot connect right now. Like
movie pitch.
Yeah, exactly. The movie pitch guy. Yeah. But like how like some of the movies that make no sense, like story wise, or like they make weird decisions, like Doctor Strange and all that, like they're made fun. You know what I mean? They're made in a positive light, although because I enjoyed Doctor Strange, but they bring up a lot of the valid points that I had in my head as they were being made in the movie, and I was like, yeah, but I can still like watch this and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Even though it has these mistakes. But then you watch this guy do the pitches, the funny pitches about these movies, about how they came to be, and it's just a fun ride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It makes the movie even better.
Dude,
or
it
more
makes
fun.
it makes it more fun. Yeah.
Because, well, if you haven't seen it, still works if you haven't seen it because it's still kind of funny.
Yeah, no,
you can watch
it's
him talk
funny.
about
anything. Yeah.
But if you have seen the movie, it just makes it, you go like, yeah, that's fucking right. Like, yeah, I totally agree. And you can like keep just, well, yeah, it just elevates the movie.
I think it elevates the movie, yeah.
And that's what it's done for me with like all of these rants about the Rings of Power or She-Hulk. Because I just stopped watching the show because it wasn't for me. Yeah. But then I've gotten entertainment from the people that kind of have to watch it and then rant about it. And I just see that as the show instead.
And that's something that I also want to touch on is like, you know, when people get bitter but don't have the humor, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like people, I don't mind people complaining. But when you do get to this point where you need to complain, at least be funny. Yeah. Because otherwise you're just bitching. And nobody likes anyone complaining all the time.
No, that's like watching She-Hulk.
No, but it's just like, you know, just you got it. I think you need to have that self, like the like, you know, like the distance from your own problems as well. Like the way that we joke about, because we're not in a good place, you know, and I'm not super happy about where I am right now.
No, but we can still make fun of it.
But we make fun of it because it helps. It makes the situation bearable for yourself. Yeah. Getting some laughter in, and also it gives you like some distance to kind of like not take yourself too seriously, although you're in it and suffering. You know what I mean? Like,
but I mean, you're gonna be there eventually. Like after this, you're gonna go home and you're gonna be in it again. Exactly. This is how we step away from it for a few minutes and just to fucking breathe. Same here. Like I know, like I love my family. I love my little daughter, but she is also like a constant fire alarm that's on, you know, like
it doesn't stop.
And I always time it. So because now I'm back to work, so I'm working again. So in the morning when I get up, she's screaming because she's hungry or there's something.
Yeah, there's something.
And then I leave for work and then I come home and she's screaming because it's, you know, that time of day. So I'm always timing the screams. And then whenever I leave, she starts, you know, she's calm and they have cozy time and she sends me pictures of them being happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I come home to screaming after working all day. And then I still have to do everything at home, like help out to, well, I need to go shopping, fix food, do the cleaning, do the dishes, like everything that Santa can't do because she's taking care of baby. So like some of these days I'm actually like when I'm approaching my sort of door into my house, I'm getting more stressed.
No, I get it.
It's just like, and I think I'm getting into my second work, you know?
No, but that's it. Like what I've told you throughout this podcast is that it never stops. It never stops. And then you need to find the funny in it. And with the funny comes like the appreciation because you can see yourself a bit from a distance, you know, like, and just take it in. Yeah. And
it is funny.
And like, it is, it is funny.
If this wasn't me, if this was you talking about this, I would like make fun of you like crazy. Exactly. And point and laugh.
And I think one of my biggest sort of wins as a dad is retelling all the shitty stuff that I've, you know, not suffered through, but experienced, the stuff that you didn't know about being a parent, you know, before. Yeah. And then you're suddenly in it. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. But I think some people were like, you talk about it so funny, but also like you don't enjoy being a parent, but you kind of do. And I was like, and that's parenting. It. That's parenting. Yeah,
because you don't and you do.
And you do. And it's frustrating and it's not frustrating. It's like the most, like it's the best thing you've ever experienced and the most fucking horrible thing you've ever experienced all in, like it's not
one sandwich.
It's not just the one thing. Like, you know, like, oh, having a baby and then having the second one is much easier. Like, no. No, it isn't. Like it is. It's all the things.
And again, at this point, I'm like, no way.
Yeah, exactly. And
No
that's what
second
we,
baby.
dude.
There's
and that's what we
no
both
second baby.
thought. There's no second baby, and then time passes. You forget all the bad stuff. Remember the good stuff.
There's maybe a second baby,
and then
there is.
yeah,
a
and
second
there is a second baby.
Yeah.
But it is like it's complicated.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Facebook status complicated. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like it is super complicated. It's not happy or sad. It's both of them at the same time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it is.
It's life.
It's life, and it's such a fucking like once that ball starts rolling, it just doesn't stop. But it has like these amazing moments. That's why I'm saying like I had to figure out me and my part in being a parent before I could enjoy it fully. And it took me such a long time, some sleepless nights about trying to be me in this instead of rolling with it. So I was trying to kind of like stop, and there's this ginormous snowball coming towards you, and you're like,
The Indiana Jones boulder.
Exactly, but you run towards the boulder trying to stop it. And it just tosses you forwards, and then you try it again. You just keep rolling with and then at some point you're like, oh, just roll with it. You know, there's roll with the punches. And it becomes a different experience. But it takes time. If you're used to just looking out for you and like Santa in this case, like it takes, I think women have an easier time of it because they carry the baby. But for us, man babies,
which
like,
we are.
Yes, dude, 100%.
So much.
It takes some time going from me and my shit that I do to like
we.
Yeah, exactly, to we. And it is a transition, and you need to just accept that, you know, whether it is like post-birth depression for you or her or whatever, like it's all just normal shit that you need to deal with. And
yeah, that's the thing. There's no going back from this. I can't just Control Z anything. Like, she's here. And again, she is so cute and awesome. Like, she's starting to smile now and do all this. Like, it's just, it's insane. Like, you could have gone like a whole night with her just screaming her lungs out. Your brain is singing, and you're ready to really toss her out the window.
Dude, yes.
And
normal
then you get
feelings,
that smile, and it's like
a clean slate.
It's just gone. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's why.
And that thing is
It's
parenting, and it's so weird.
Yeah.
How you like, I want to kill this kid, like no matter the age. And then you see them sleeping, clean slate. Emotional clean slate.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this? Once you notice it, and you're like, what is this? This is fucking, you know, I don't know, biology fucking with you.
Because I had that moment, you know, we talked about it before, where I felt like it's just like a doll. Like Santa's taking care of a doll that's screaming in my house, and I just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But then, so she was sleeping on my chest, because I'm calmness, so she always becomes really calm and cozy. But then she just like grabbed the side of my arm and started like snuggling it with her little hand. And it just connected. It's like, well, she's a person. Like, that's actually like a hand doing what I would do if I was snuggling. Like, it just like click, 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 and then heart, kapow, just exploded. And there you are, being a dad. Like,
dude, it's
so weird. You can't explain it to anybody. Like,
you can't explain it, and that's why I hate people that
try.
That try. No, but I mean, like the people that paint it up as being like a wonderful thing, and it is, but it's also a million other things that no one ever talks about. Like the throw the baby into the wall. Like I've thought about like a psycho a million times. Like I want to toss them out the window. I want to throw them in the trash. Like all these thoughts when you're really tired and frustrated and the baby's screaming. And
it would be so easy too.
Dude.
And that is the struggle.
But the thing is, no one talks about how insane it is.
No
one fucking talks about it. And when I got there, I was like, I haven't slept for 3 fucking years because my baby does not sleep at night. She screams because she has night terrors, you know, or whatever the fuck it is. Like all this insane shit that happens, and then they smile in their sleep. and it resets.
Yeah.
Like,
And
no
then
one
there's the
talks
fart.
about this fucking stuff. So when you get there, you're like, am I a psychopath?
Yes.
Yes, you are. No. Momentarily.
Yeah.
But no one talks about the crazy stuff that I told you, and you're like, this is fucking, no one talks about parenting like this. It sounds insane.
Yeah.
That's what parenting is. It's insane.
It is.
It is just that. It's none of the, like, walk on roses and bullshit. Like, no.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm so happy that you and actually a few of
Yeah.
my clients all have said the same. Like, it's okay if you don't feel this and this and this in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
This is going to be really difficult and this and
Yeah.
that. Like, sort of giving me a genuine heads up. And if I didn't know that, if nobody had told me,
Yeah. You
and I would have
felt-
gone in
yeah.
with the whole walking on rose petals,
Yeah.
whatever, I would have actually thought I was a psychopath.
Dude, yes.
Because, like, I can't understand how you can't feel that way. And I'm sure Sana has felt that way a billion times a day when I am not there, because
Yeah.
she's all alone in that for
Mhm.
hours and hours, having a baby screaming in her ear.
Dude, and having no one, no grown up to talk to, nothing. Like, when
Just
I was,
stuck in the apartment
yeah,
with a screaming baby.
like, you just,
I would
like,
go crazy.
Dude,
I
and
would
you
go
do.
Genuinely crazy. Now it's like, oh, she has her for half an hour
Yeah.
screaming. I take her for half an hour screaming, and then she has her.
so
like,
much easier.
That's
Yeah.
why I do only 4 days of work now. So
Mhm.
it's so nice having Saturday, Sunday off, and then
I can
Mondays for
imagine.
this.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, just, I think for Sana, Sana's sane,
Mhm.
sanity. I
Yeah,
mean,
Saturday, yeah.
just to be able to offload as much as possible. And of course, like, when I come home, she's been with the screaming baby all day. Of course, she needs a break. And
Dude, yes.
that's my job. Offload. And, well, no, don't go dirty.
I have nothing.
No, good. I told myself, actually. But yeah, just give her a break. Like,
Yeah, and
she needs a shower. She needs to have a crap. She needs to fucking
Whatever, yeah.
take a 20-minute power nap.
Mhm.
Like, I've got baby. Do your thing. And then I make food, and then I feed her, and then on goes life. And then
Dude, yeah.
I need somewhere in that I need to draw for tomorrow's tattoo.
Yeah.
And that is where the struggle is.
And that's another struggle. Exactly. That's your personal demons you need to fight and
Yes.
find, like,
like,
need to
where
find
do I
a-
get that balance?
yeah. And you need to, like I told you before, was like, you need to find the opportunities now and not what you want. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I was so set in my ways. Like, okay, when the baby sleeps, then, like at night, I will have time to draw. And then the baby didn't sleep all fucking night. So why didn't I draw when she slept for 2 hours during the day?
Yeah. But that's the thing, because I work all day.
No,
and then
no,
I come
no.
home,
But so did
and
I. So did I.
need to do all that stuff. And that stuff is prioritized before me drawing for the client, of course, because I can always reschedule whatever. Wifey needs food, baby needs wifey. Like, very easy calculation to make. My role is just to make Sana stay on her feet and be able to just feed baby, because it's so early.
Mhm.
But that's why I'm kind of happy that I did prepare myself as well as I did, working nights,
Mhm.
doing starting to draw at 12 until 4. Like, that's okay now. Like,
Mhm.
the only shitty thing is that I got sidetracked before baby came and started sleeping normally and getting rested.
No, but
having
you
a
need
normal,
that as well because you can't catch up on
No.
lost sleep. So
No. But yeah, now I'm back into that routine again, and it's like, well, it is what it is. The only shitty thing is I don't have the energy to be the nicest tattoo artist on the planet anymore. I'm just a tattoo artist now. So now it's just like,
dude,
sometimes
I think
I'm
just
quiet.
I think just being you though, you are nicer than like the majority of tattoo artists.
Hopefully,
Still.
yeah. But yeah, I am so tired all the time now.
Mhm.
It's insane. Like, we were always tired.
But there's difference.
There's tired, and then
yeah.
there's this tired.
Yeah, I think we started this podcast when we were really tired.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Speaking of tired,
Yeah,
it's time to go to bed.
it is time to go to bed.
Yeah, it
And
is.
yeah, entertainment, yo.
Yo, yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that movie.
Hope that was worth waiting 2 weeks for. Yeah.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. If you enjoyed the podcast, rate us a 5. If you didn't enjoy the podcast, fuck off. And
Rate us a 5.
rate us a 5.
Just so we know. Thank you guys, as
Exactly.
always, for
As
listening.
always.
And yeah.
And thank you for being super sweet about not releasing an episode last week.
Thank Have
you.
a great week. And
Be awesome
yeah.
and self-affirmate that you're awesome.
and
I
keep
guess.
going and fucking finish Inktober.
Exactly. And
Don't
start.
give up.
And don't give up.
If you've started, just fucking finish. All right.
Exactly.
That's how you
Let's
go.
do this together.
Yes.
Like
a sex act.
together. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. We're out.
Yeah. I went too far.
Too far.